This is the Heart of Singing podcast, the place where passionate singers and vocal coaches of many different styles will share their passion about the wonderful art of singing and making a career with their voices. I'm your host, Henry Crescini. Now, let's get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Heart of Singing podcast. I'm Henry Crescini, your host. Very happy to have you here. This is the fourth episode of the second season, and I'm very happy to have as a guest today a fellow Venezuelan singer. He and I go way back, although he's been around in the music scene for much longer than I have. And his name is Félix Duque, and his nickname is Gato. Some of you may know that Gato means cat in Spanish. He will also tell in the interview why he's called Gato, and he calls himself Gato. And he's been around for a long time, like I said. He sang with very important pop bands in Venezuela, Alta Frecuencia and Radio Clip, if we pronounce it in English, Radio Clip. And then Radio Clip became, or there was a spin-off of Radio Clip called RC2 in English, RC2 in Spanish, which was a progressive rock band. And they had two albums edited by international labels, so that gave them also some, or that made him known in the prog music scene, although he was very well known in the pop music scene already. And he just recently released a single, a cover of a song by the 80s band Talk Talk called Renee. So I thought, well, let's interview my fellow Venezuelan singer, and let me tell you in advance, there were some problems with the connection, and that's why sometimes you will notice some very rough cuts in the episode. Please forgive that. It's the magic of the internet nowadays. Everybody's doing things online, so sometimes connections get overused. But besides that, it was a very cool interview. So no further introduction needed. I leave you with Felix Duque, aka Gato. Enjoy. Hey, Felix. Hi, man.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, and nice to see you. It's been quite a long time.
Me too. Yeah, long time ago.
We were talking off the air that you've been living in Spain for 20 years now.
You said, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a long time.
We met each other last time in 2008 when you were singing with, well, we call it in English RC2. Usually we say RC2, which is the Spanish form of saying the name of this prog band. You are or were the singer of. You can tell me now if the band still exists in its form. And you opened for Dream Theater in Venezuela. You were handpicked by Mike Pornoy. I can remember that.
Yeah, well, awesome. It was so awesome experience. And I don't know, maybe someday we want to play again with that guys, because it was a very, very great experience sharing the stage with Dream Theater.
Yeah, well, that's like was like a dream come true for you guys, I know. But I like to start my interviews with the new things.
Yeah.
If you don't mind,
yeah,
you have just released a song, a single, as a solo artist. When you called, where you called yourself Félix Duque Gato. I know why they called you Gato. You can tell the audience why. Gato means cat.
Yeah, well, when I was a kid, everybody in the school and my family called me Felix the Cat. And
yes, like the cartoon, right?
Yeah, like the cartoon. I was a fan of that cartoon. and well, that's the little story about it, about my nickname. And this work, it's a cover from uh, uh, 80 band. Its name was Talk Talk, and this I love this band a lot. And they begin his first works was very new wave, and with the pass of the time they changed to very experimental music. And this song Rene marked me a lot because they changed my point of view of the music. And my solo work is about it. It's about uh, the songs who change my point of view of music. And this solo work, it's sorry, I want to make a little parenthesis. I want to sorry my English. I talking, it's very rusty.
It's fine. We both
and
speak
I try
Spanish,
to do
and
my best.
no problem. I think
And
we.
well, this work is about the songs who change my point of view of music, right? And this work, I write my songs, and I make covers of Queen, Italian singer Lucio Battisti, Tok Tok. I'm thinking about Soda Stereo. One song of Soda Stereo who marked me a lot is Signos, the song Signos.
That's an Argentinian
Uh,
band. For those who don't know, a band from
uh-huh.
Argentina, which doesn't exist anymore because the singer unfortunately passed away some
Yeah,
time ago.
yeah. And well, this is my last word. I try to I present my first song Rene. It's cost me a lot because I'm working in other things. I'm working. I'm a video producer, and I have right now a lot of work, and it's very hard for me to arrive home and try to to sit down in my computer and start to begin to make some. But I try to do, and well, that's it.
Well, that's great because when you listen to the song, I mean, people will be able to listen. I put the link here in the video notes or the video description, the show notes. And you listen to a lot of vocal harmonies. So there are vocals all over the place. When you listen to it with headphones, they're like everywhere. So it's all you, right? Did you have
Yeah,
anybody's helping you out with the
yeah.
instruments?
My cousin Jose Duque, who live in Miami, played the drums and played the fretless bass, and he helped me with the mixing of the song. I play the guitars and keyboards. I'm not a guitar player. I'm experimenting with the guitar, with sound. I love to work with space, with sound space, and and try to put my vocals in that space. And it's very complicated for me to do all of this, but I I I I, I pass a I have a great time when I do that.
That's great. And so you were mentioning that you will be doing covers of other artists, and there will be songs of your own as well. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
releasing an album, an actual album, or an EP? What are you gonna do?
I tried to do an album, but uh, we, but I have no enough time to do that. And so at the moment, I'm going to put song by song, maybe one song a month. I think so. Uh, I have I have song from I told you Soda Stereo, Lucio Battisti, Queen. I have one song of Queen. I need to work in that song very much, because it's so complicated.
It's Queen,
And
man.
I
It's amazing.
yeah. The song is Teo Toriate.
Oh yeah,
It's a
beautiful,
beautiful song.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's one of my
and
favorite Queen ballads, actually.
yeah, me too, me too. And this song and this record, for me, is the best record of Queen. It's my favorite.
At the races, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine is Queen
This,
too.
yeah, wow, Queen 2 is amazing. But I don't know why. I know it Queen when, like everybody, with Bohemian Rhapsody in 1975, when I was a kid, and I buy that was my first LP that I buy. Uh, but when I hear A Day at the Races, and I hit Teotoriate, Somebody to Love, White Men, this song it's amazing song.
Yes, indeed.
Um, yeah, and but Teotoriate was it's full of feeling. I don't know. It's a beautiful song, and I remember to put this song in loop every time. I remember to record a tape, and I put the song
Over
in
and
all the
over.
tape.
Amazing. Those were the
Because,
days with
yeah,
tapes.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. I love this song, and I try to make a cover of that, but I don't want the cover song uh, equal like the original. I love to make very different uh, from the original. And right now I'm working in this song in that thing. I try to maybe, I don't know. I am uh, taste with very orchestral instrument, uh, with the guitar, but I have no, right now I'm not conforme. What I say?
You're not still pleased
Yeah,
or
with the
satisfied.
sound right now, and
Mm.
I'm working on it, and I hear the sound many times. I say, I don't like this, I change that, and that's it. Maybe it's a long road to make this solo album, but the beautiful thing is the way, is the path. um, and I enjoy it a lot, that path. With Renee, I'm very satisfied with the work and the sound. And I don't know, maybe the next song is an original song. I try to make a original cover. I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So let's go back to your former band, RC2.
Mhm.
It sounds funny for me to say it in English because we're used to saying RC2. But RC2, yeah. You released two albums. The first one was also called RC2, and then the second one was called Future Awaits, which
Uh-huh.
pretty much reflected the time where you guys left Venezuela and went to Spain. And it's lyrically, I think it's a reflection of that. And like we were saying, you were handpicked by Mike Pornoy to open that concert in Venezuela in 2008. What was that experience? What was that experience like for you guys? Like when you got the phone call or the mail?
Amazing. It was amazing. Well, it was very funny the way that we play with them, because with my cousin Jose Duque, who lived in Miami, he lived a long time ago in New Hampshire, in very near from Boston. And I had a project with him. It's electronic and pop with jazz project. The name was Roman Us, and we said Romanus. It's a little joke, a personal joke, because his name is Jose Roman Duque. and my name is Felix Roman Duque.
So
When
romance.
we was a kids, we we make a jokes about it. We are Romanos, we are Romanos, and we say, well, why not call this project Roman us? We are Roman, and we make a beautiful work with mixing jazz with pop and electronic sound. And I was in New York in that time in 19 no 19
In
no it's
2008.
2008, yeah.
Yes.
And for work I was in New York to present a work to some client, and I said to my cousin, I'm going to New York, I'm going to visit you, I'm taking a bus and visit you. And we said, and he said, well, why we don't make a gig with the Romanos, with the project Romanos? And I said, okay, that's it. And I visit him, we have a rehearsal, we we have a rehearsal with a guitar player who is a very great guitar player. Nick Pano, it's a name, is her name, is his name. And we have a rehearsal maybe 3 days, and we make a little tour in Boston, New Hampshire, Portsmouth. He live in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. A little. It was a little tour. And Rafael Paz, he's a keyboard player of RC2, sent me a mail. He said, "How many time you going to stay in the state?" And I said, "I don't know. Maybe 2 weeks more, or I don't know." He said, "Because look," he sent me the mail of of Mike Portnoy, who said, invite us to." Yeah, I said, what?
Ah, don't believe it.
Go. And I take my bags and return to Spain. And I return to Spain. I say hello to my wife, and I say I'm going to Venezuela the next day to make the concert. And was amazing experience, because doing theater are monsters. I don't know. I have no word for that. Talking a lot with I forgot the name of the. Sorry, my memory. I have.
No problem. The keyboard player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Rudess.
George. He was a very fun, friendly guy. Uh, and well, that one of the most beautiful thing of that was the crowd, the public, who support us a lot. And you was
yeah, I was there. We were all
you
like,
was there.
yes, the Venezuelan
Yeah.
guys,
Oh
they're
my
awesome.
God. Yeah. Oh my God. I cry, because I don't expect that, because I left Venezuela in 2001, and I never come back to Venezuela. And when I come back, was in that concert, and the people uh, was very, very with us, and it was a beautiful experience with that. And the people sing with me songs that are, llueve, and all this. It was so beautiful. Yeah, very beautiful experience.
Amazing, amazing. So RC2, your first album came out, I think, in 2001, if I remember correctly, and it has some classic prog sound, but it also has some Venezuelan traditional influences, and you mix that really, really well. I was doing
Yeah,
prog music at the time, and we were also trying to do that kind of stuff. And when I heard that on your album, it was like, wow, that's the way it has to sound. And the album was released by this famous French label, Musea. How did it come about?
Uh-huh. Well, we when we make the demos of the first album, we you know Pedro Castillo, the vocalist of Pedro Castillo was the singer of Tempano 2, the first Tempano,
Yeah.
and Tempano signed with that record
Label.
label
Yeah.
Musea. And I said, Pedro working with me in HBO in Venezuela, and I said, Pedro, I have a demos of one of my project, and I want to hear. And I said, oh, come on, yeah, let me your CD and that. And he said he loved a lot the product, and he said, I'm going to give this demo to Musea. And Musea here that I think was uh, one guy of Musea called, I don't know if it was Rafael Paz, the keyboard player, or Eduardo Benatar, the drummer of RC2. And they say, you have more songs? And they say, yeah, we have. And it was a lie. And we in 1 week we finished the
Amazing. I didn't know that story.
the yeah, it's so the pressure, and we said, yeah, we have all the CD. Oh, please send me the other songs, and we're working a lot this week and finish that. Well, in the production of the all this the work, we have more time to arrangement and that. But that's the story of the first record of RC2.
Yeah, amazing. Well, we can go a little bit back. I don't know if the audience are not familiar with these projects. RC2 is a band that was born out of a different band that you were the singer of, called Radio Clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
for those who don't know, that's a very well-known Venezuelan pop rock band, and you guys were really really well known. Your songs were played a lot on the radio, and you were on TV. You gave big concerts, and
Yeah.
then you decided to go into that kind of progressive rock direction. What was the motivation for that?
Well, when I finish with RC2, with radio clip, I'm making other kind of music, more Latin American music with a big orchestra. I don't know, experimenting on other kind of music, and radio clip find another singer and working in other records that I was not there, and they moved to Miami. All the band moved to Miami, and Radio Clip was in a little limbo. In a I don't know. They yeah, it's a kind of limbo or something like that. And Arturo Torres, the bass player, have the idea to reunite us to make some gigs and that. And he called me and called other members of the band, a keyboard player, Rafael Paz, and Eduardo Benatar in the drums, Arturo Torres played the bass, and me. So Arturo was the only member of Radio Clip who not moved to Miami. And we have a rehearsal. We have many rehearsals, and we decide to not don't make the radio clip works songs, and we decide to make another different things. And well, we love the progressive music, and we try to experiment in that kind of music. And we make maybe 2 or 3 songs, and we love a lot. So Arturo finally moved to Miami, and we invite Pedro Misle. Pedro Misle and Eduardo Benatar play in a band, a Venezuelan band. The name is Luz Verde, and they live here in Barcelona. So we try to experiment with progressive music. We compose the demos for the people of Musea, and we finished the record in 1 week, and prepare to make the big record. We call Francisco Diaz. His nickname is Coco. He's a Desorden Público keyboard player.
Okay,
He's
that's a very well-known Venezuelan band. They play ska. For those who don't know.
Yeah, and Coco, Francisco Diaz, is a exceptional musician. It's amazing musician, and he take the role of producer. And well, he experimental with the cuatro, is a instrument, a Venezuelan typical instrument, and the drums from the Venezuelan coast for the beginning of Fria. He said sound very, very, very well from that songs, and he make a sound very, very interesting for us. Yeah, it's amazing experience too.
Okay, and going back to Radio Clip, how was it like to front such a well-known band in a country where people are more interested in Latin American kind of music, and rock and pop music, and having long hair was frowned upon, especially in the 80s and beginning of the 90s. You will get stopped by the police on the street. I lived through all that as well as you guys. How was it like to have this experience, like being so well known with this kind of music that is not really that popular over there?
Well, that's a very hard work, because I think that the guilty of this problem with the rock and pop music in Venezuela was the record companies who prefer to sell Latin American music. And I don't know why they have no space for all kind of music, not only rock and roll, for jazz, for I don't know, electronic music, or uh, Venezuela have many talents
Amazing
in
talents,
all
that's
kind.
true.
It's amazing talent in kind and type of music. So we have that. Well, I consider that we have a little lucky that we are maybe the 6 or 7 most famous band in Venezuela, because the first band was I think Sentimiento Muerto, Desorden Público, Zapato Tres, and we are in that I don't know what I say, team, something in that is
Yeah,
rock and
this.
roll space of Venezuelan music.
Yes.
And the record companies record company don't you countries to know that kind of music. And I said, for example, many greatest artists, Venezuelan artists like Giordano, Ilan Chester, they have nobody in the world know that guys, and they have a many
Yeah,
beautiful
they
works.
are excellent
And
musicians, really.
yeah, and nobody know them. Nobody.
Only Venezuelans,
They
and
have,
in Latin America,
yeah,
maybe there's some couple Latin American countries where these records were sold,
yeah,
but it
but
wasn't
it's
massive.
no, the only guys that I know they have a very successful career was Franco De Vita here in Spain, and Ricardo Montaner in Latin America. But that's it. Uh, where is Frank Quintero? Maybe he's playing in because he live in Miami,
Yes.
making, but only for Venezuelan people.
Oh, yes, that's right, because there are a lot of Venezuelans in Miami and they attend these shows.
Yeah, but you know the Frank Quintero is a great musician.
Amazing.
I don't know why the record company don't support him to like Mexican do that, or I don't know,
Was in Spain
another
also.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Enrique Bumburi, for instance, Héroes del
And
Silencio. He's well known.
exactly, and that's a big problem with the Venezuela record company, with all the artists. And you if you think, well, if Giordano, Frank Quintero don't have a successful career, what happened to me? It's because the rock and roll it's not uh, the first
Yeah, it's not the first kind of music that they actually
no, yeah.
support. Yeah. And
And
you usually hear people saying, "Ah, rock music, that doesn't sell."
yeah,
You
yeah.
you have to bring people to dance and move their asses.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys were
Yeah, yeah,
successful and you were the singer of this band, so it was a lot of responsibility on your shoulders.
yeah.
And I think you did a great job back then, and I think you do a great job right now. So let's go to the topic of singing as
Thank
such,
you.
because your
Thank you.
voice is as great now as it
Hmm.
was back then. So how have you managed to do that? Have you taken formal vocal instruction, singing lessons?
Yeah,
Please tell us about it.
yeah. I had a wonderful uh, singers teachers. Was the I was in a choral group who makes Christmas songs and that. But the first singer teacher that I had was one of the best that I had. The name his name was Roberto Fuentes. He was the singer of the Venezuelan band Alta Frecuencia.
Yes, alta
And
frecuencia. Yes.
when when he left Alta Frecuencia, he put me to sing in that band, and it was my first professional experience in the rock music in Venezuela. So Roberto Fuentes uh, uh, teach me. Uh, he said he don't want to make radio singers. He was to prepare what I say in English, uh, in, in integral artist, artista integral, and his classes have dance, a ballet, uh, uh, to warm your body. You know, he put a chairs and teach us like ballet movements to warm your body, or your body to start to sing. And he was amazing teacher. He's passed away many years ago. And later I have a Patricia Michelena, another. She passed away too, and she was prepare me to work with the high notes and the low notes, and teach me uh, how to work with uh, more pop music, more popular music, because Roberto was so lyric.
Yeah, so classical
And
teacher. And
yeah, yeah, and Patricia was more popular music and that. And she moved to she left Venezuela and moved to Miami, and I'm working and work with Humberto Diez. He was another lyrical teacher, and I stay with him as hasta when I moved to Spain. I left him, and in Spain, all my I bring my
all
knowledge
the
of
knowledge
that.
with you. Yes.
Yeah, and I practice in my home alone. uh, I give some friends ask me to if I want to give give him singer class. But it for me, I think it's a little difficult to me to make give uh, singer class. So well, I working alone with all my this knowledge and experimental things. And well, when I work with these songs, new songs, so that I prove with recording my voice. I hear it, and I say, I don't like this, and that's it.
Okay. So that's how. So I take from that that you have been very disciplined. You have learned with different teachers, and even at a very, let's say, adult age, you have been doing it. So when did you discover that you wanted to become a singer?
Well, I always sing. When I was when I well when the doctor take me out to
Out
the
of your
my
mom,
mother
you were
and
singing.
give me ah! The first time that I saw the light in the word, I sing.
That's a
So
great
always,
answer. Great answer.
yeah. When I saw the word, I say, "What? I
Why am I here again?
here."
When you incarnated as Felix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you were growing up and singing all the time. And
Yeah,
what kind?
in the
What?
school,
Mm,
when I was a kid, I always sing end of classes of first grade, second grade. Always I was the singer of the band of the school, that all the time,
okay.
chorus. uh, I always sing. That I
Okay.
had the I don't know. I remember me when I was a kid, and I remember me singing all the time.
So that I take it that you had support of your family to be able to sing. Like were your parents supportive of your singing?
yeah, because they saw this my they saw my way. um at the beginning, they it's typical when your kids, a doctor, a lawyer, and well, I I studied journalist, but I want to sing, and they saw that I was very restricted with my singer career. So they saw me, mm, pay me. I, I I was work to pay my classes. I don't know. They saw that I was very responsible
Yeah,
with my sing career, and let they let me do that. I have no problem with that.
amazing, amazing.
Yeah,
And how do you manage right now that you have a day job? You have little time, you said, but still,
yeah,
do you manage to do some warm ups, or how do you
yeah.
keep your
Well,
voice?
always I always warm my my vocal cords with typical, we call
Humming.
mute.
Mm.
Yeah, humming with a like cow, and this kind of things. I have here in Spain a cover band who make covers from the hard rock of the 70s. You know,
Amazing.
we
I love it.
yeah, Deep Purple, and Scorpions, and we have a rehearsal maybe all Friday night, and we these songs are very high to sing,
Oh yes,
like
they are.
Scorpions, No One Like You, and is and I need to warm my voice, and when
Yes.
I drive into to the local uh,
Rehearsal.
to the rehearsal, I'm going in the car, and this
Oh,
and that's
awesome.
it. Yeah,
Well, that's great. I think we're coming to the end of the interview. I want to thank you for having taken the time to tell us your story. And I have a little request for you, if you don't mind, if you would like to sing something a cappella for us.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Well, well, maybe a ballad who was very uh, famous in Venezuela, from the band Radio Clip.
yeah, sure.
Uh, the song is Mírame de Nuevo. And the song is Mírame de nuevo y dime que no es así. Mírame de nuevo, descubre lo que hay en mí. Mírame de nuevo y dime que no es así. Mírame de nuevo y dime lo que sientes por mí. No puedo dejarte ir.
Awesome, Felix. Thank you very much once again. I'm looking forward to your album being released, to your covers, but also to your own material. I'll be sure to check it out, man.
And hope to see you soon.
Yes. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
So that was it. That was my interview with Félix Duque, Gato. I hope you enjoyed it. Check him out, check out his music. And if you're into progressive rock music, check out RC2. They are really, really great. Check out a radio clip if you are into pop music with a lot of energy. And thanks for having listened or watched this episode. I hope you'll be around next time. And remember to follow the podcast if you're not doing it already, The Heart of Singing, on Instagram and on Facebook. So that was it for today. I hope to have you to be able to greet you next time again. In the meantime, like I always say, sing your heart out. Bye.